Hello, and welcome to Weapons for Dummies by Dummy. Today I will be teaching you how to use the bow staff. For the bow staff, you're going to get one around your height. This one's quite nice for me because it's around my height. And make sure it's just not a big pole with that's the same width. Because right here is not the same width as up here. I'm not moving my fingers at all. But yeah, you're gonna need one like this. You can't just use a stick, but you can use a stick like a broom or something, just without the head, until you get an actual bow staff. But I do not advise for you to have a broomstick instead of a bow staff, or as a substitute. As a bow staff, you should put markings around a third of the way, like from the bottom about a third of the way through. I have one in the middle. It's optional, but you guys can do that too. And I have one right here. So if you step back, it's where you're gonna put your hands when you're doing these tricks. You're gonna be mainly holding them like this. The middle is optional, as I said, but you can do it if you want. You only need it for some moves, but it's quite easy to spot the middle. Okay, you're gonna hold your bow staff. One hand is gonna be at either side holding, and you can hold it like this, but don't put it in the ground, especially if you have like a mat or something, because it might break it or make holes in it. So you're gonna hold it like this. You could put it down like this, but if you're actually holding it, you're gonna put it behind. Let's just say you're in a staff position, and then you put the back to your head, and you're gonna hold it like this, kind of like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So you're gonna hold it like this. Next, you're gonna have your hands. Don't make them on the same side, because it's gonna be very awkward to do this and other moves. You're gonna have either hand, one hand at the bottom, one hand at the top. It doesn't matter which hand, whichever is more comfortable for you. My bad. So whichever is more it could be right on top, left on bottom, or left on top, right on bottom. And as I said, you're gonna hold it in the middle sometimes. So for the middle, you're gonna if it's a one-handed thing, you just hold it right in the middle. But if it could be a one-handed thing the entire time, and then you switch to two-handed, or it could be like it's one-handed, and then you grab in the middle with your other hand. In the second situation where your other hand is going to grab, you should move it a little from the tape or the middle, so then you can hold the... Okay, let's get started. You're going to be holding your bow staff in a ready position. You could do it either way. I like it this way. First move you're going to do is the uppercut. You're going to drop one side down. I'm doing my right side. And then the left side is going to be at the top, or the opposite side is going to be at the top. And you're going to scoop. You're going to drop and scoop. Drop and scoop. If you're doing it on the right side, you should put your right hand at the bottom, because it's just easier. Drop and scoop. Drop and scoop. Drop, scoop, drop, scoop, drop, scoop, drop, scoop. Make sure it doesn't go on your shoulders, because it's going to be really uncomfortable. And make sure your thumb is on the same side as your other fingers, because then you're not going to have the greatest grip. So then you could just hit it out of your hand. But if you have your thumb over it, it's not going to go out of your hand. And so you're gonna have your two hands here. Down, drop, scoop. Oh, my bad. Drop, scoop, drop. Okay, you're gonna hold it. Drop, scoop, drop, scoop. Now practice this a couple times. You can pause the video to practice a couple times. Next, you're gonna practice on the other side. For this one, wait, let's just say you were doing your right side first, like me. Your right hand would be at the bottom, drop, scoop. Now you're gonna be doing your left side, or the opposite side. And that side, you're gonna put the hand at the bottom and the opposite hand at the top. So you can go drop, scoop, and it's more comfortable. Drop, scoop. It's gonna feel a little weird at first, and then it's gonna feel better. You're gonna get more used to it. Drop, scoop, drop, scoop, drop, scoop, drop, scoop. This is gonna be by your ribs, and it's gonna be drop. As you can see, it's gonna go, and then when you drop, scoop, scoop, drop, scoop, drop, scoop. You're gonna do it more across the body than just, because look, if you drop, scoop, that's not gonna work very well, is it? But if you drop across the body, drop, scoop, drop, scoop, drop, scoop. You can hold it a little higher so it's easier for you to drop. And okay, I'll give you a second to pause the video and practice on the other side. Drop and scoop. Next, your hands are gonna be in the same position. You're gonna do you're gonna hold your hand like this sometimes to like point. You're gonna try and point like this. Your hands, one underneath, one on top. The one on top, you're gonna put, let's just say it's my right hand. My right hand's on top. You're gonna put the right end of the bow staff under your armpit, and you're gonna point. You're gonna point. Make sure your fingers don't cross over like this. Make sure they stay like this. This hand, you're gonna hold it like this. So you're gonna practice aim. It's gonna be basically aiming. I'll give you a second to practice that. I'll give you a second to pause the video and practice that. Next, you're gonna switch your hands again. And now with the opposite side, you're gonna the hand that's on top, or the four fingers that's on top, or the hand that's on top, is always gonna go underneath when you're doing this. Cause look, if you're holding it like this, it's gonna be it's gonna be a very uncomfortable position. So you're gonna go. You're gonna practice hitting it against yourself. It's gonna hurt, but it's gonna end up. But you're gonna get used to it. You don't have to hit very hard, but you can just hit it. And then I'll give you a second to practice this side. Okay, that's it for today for bow staff. I am doing the next weapon will come out in a few days, maybe even a month. I don't know. School. But thank you for watching Weapons for Dummies by a Dummy. See you. It's really awkward.